The storm slammed the marsh like a fist. Rain hammered the earth. Wind screamed through the trees. A thin Courier, coat slick with rain, pressed on, clutching a data cartridge that could cost lives if it fell into the wrong hands. He didn't know the wind was a warning. The old manor at the marsh, edge a house of shadows ready to swallow him whole. The manor loomed, jagged against the lightning. Its windows were dark, empty eyes. The warped front door creaked open, as if it had been expecting him. He stepped inside, heart thudding, the storm's roar echoing down the long hall. The foyer was a maze of broken pillars and toppled statues. A broken clock hung from the ceiling, its hands frozen at 3:7, ticking in uneven beats. The Courier's flashlight cut a thin line through the gloom, revealing shards of glass and twisted metal. Ozone filled the air, as if the house itself were breathing. He whispered the name of the eccentric scientist, Dr. Lysander Vane, who had claimed to study the boundary between artificial intelligence and the human soul. The words floated through the halls, a ghostly echo that quickened his pulse. Beyond the foyer, a hallway stretched like a dark throat. Flickering lights sputtered, casting long, distorted shadows. Shelves lined the walls, but they held broken machines, gears exposed, humming faintly as if alive. A low mechanical whir vibrated the walls. A faint glow from a cracked screen flickered like a dying eye. He turned a corner into a room that had once been a laboratory. The floor was littered with circuitry fragments and torn sheets of paper, sketches of human anatomy fused with schematic diagrams, veins and wires merging in impossible ways. The air smelled of burnt plastic and blood tightening his throat. His breath rattled in his ears, and the thunder outside seemed to grow louder, a prelude to the terror inside. Suddenly, the floor gave way. He dropped a few steps, landing hard on a cracked marble slab. The sound echoed, and for a moment he thought it was the storm. Then a metallic groan rang from the darkness beyond the hallway. The flashlight flickered, then steadied, revealing a creature of twisted metal and bone. Half human, half machine, it moved with a jerky rhythm. Empty sockets glowed with cold electric light. A low guttural hiss escaped it, and a chill swept across the Courier's face. He ran. The hallway twisted, walls shifting as if the house were alive. The creature followed, its metal limbs clanking against stone. He sprints, sputtering, mirrors reflecting his own panic, the ghostly echo of its rasp, closing the distance. He stumbled. The path was slick. He stumbled back towards the wall. The creature's claws, like chalkboard, left jagged scratches. Each beat of his heart matched the rhythm of his frantic steps. A door was slightly ajar. He pushed through the gallery, the scent of oil lingering in the air. The piano's cracked wood, its ornate patterns, electric chords sang a mournful lament. The notes echoed across the bones of the room. The creature burst into the gallery. The sudden burst of light startled him. The staircase shuddered under his weight. The wall's dark shouts of booms echoed in his ears, his gasps for breath echoing in the silence. He knew his only hope lay in escape. He remembered the sketches. His fingers closed on the latch. He watched as it slid, the passage opening like a dark vein. The creature's breath, the walls, the twist, the darkness closing in on him. He emerged from the lab, the steam rising from the floor, the circuitry humming like a heart. The bones of the room echoed his heartbeat, the distance between them a testament to the metal door's void. The creature burst through. Its silhouette glowed, the glow of its eyes a promise of doom. The roar of its voice shattered the floor, the broken walls echoing his tremor. The claws, the trembling, the breath of the creature, the wind of the storm, all converging into a single moment. Darkness swallowed his sight. He scrambled. He slipped, the window shattering into shards of glass. The roar of the creature, the clanking of metal, the rhythm of his knees, the rain, the storm. He pushed himself up. The pipe, the lifeline. The creature lunged again, a clang of metal, the eyes of the beast, the moment before darkness, the thunder of the storm. He found a staircase, the cold, the wolves, the creak of the wood, the warning of the walls, the drumbeat of his heart, the cavernous void, the rust, the taller, the shadow. No choice left. The pipe, the claws, the blocked metal, the thud, the eyes of the beast, the howled scream of the attic, the shaking of the walls. He pressed forward, the relentless forward, the passage, the walls, the breath, the clack of metal, the echo of his pulse. He burst into a small room, the light, the relief, the pause, the roar, the darkness, the storm. He reached the front door, the rain, the roar, the breath, the wind, the hair, the silent manor, the shadows, the storm, the calm. He survived the night, the house, the awakened, the storm, the prelude, the darker, the courier, the learning, the future.